stop yourself from getting pregnant intentionally. Can you say Ama? You can't come with. You know, can you? How much Matthew likes his native soups? Just like you said, it's our native soup. We don't learn it in one day. Are you with anyone? Anyone? Like there's someone that might get upset seeing me talk to you? Or...
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be doing a review on the series Behind the Veil Season 2, which you can find on Prime Video. So this series is a Northern series. You know, it's about this group of friends. There are three. So these ladies each trying to navigate life, relationships, businesses, family, like just they're trying to figure things out for themselves, and they're all friends. So the way season one ended, I don't know if you're familiar with, you know, the series. One of the ladies, that is Neyar, was involved in an accident. So now season two, it just picks up from there. Like, you know, Neyar is now recovering from, you know, her accident. I'll talk about like the group of friends individually. So the first person I'll talk about is Neyar. So Neyar was played by Jemima. So she is this rich girl. I think her mom is or was the minister. She has an elder brother, and at the point in her life, due to the death of her dad, she was dealing with, you know, substance abuse. But now she's getting better. But now she's, you know, left that. She's involved in an accident. She's recuperating and trying to heal for both physically and mentally. But she has like certain battles she's also fighting with, alongside the fact that, you know, she's in a relationship with this guy Matthew, and Matthew of course is a Christian. So how that dynamic sort of affects everything, because, you know, clashes in religion, beliefs, you know, family differences and all of that. But that aside, she has a thriving business, and she has a rocky relationship with her mom. But, you know, in this season, she was able to sort of resolve that with her mom, and they have like a budding mom-daughter relationship so far. But in the aspect of her work, due to the fact that she was, you know, creating and getting better, she was unable to, you know, be present work-wise. So her brother called Surrayah to step in and handle the affairs of the Hammam, which we would deal with later. But let's just focus on Neyar. So Neyar, in the whole process of, you know, getting help, going for therapy and everything, she meets this girl that sort of takes her to a dark place where she was introduced to this drug she doesn't know about, and she was just ashamed of herself, and she's trying to come out of that and heal and live and breathe, and she's trying to do better and do better for herself and for her family. So that is that about Neyar. Then the next friend in the group would be Badriya, for short Badi. So Badi is, in season one, Badi was this poppy Instagram influencer. Like, she was an actual Badi, a Muslim Badi. She was always popping on Instagram, like she was posting this, posting that, like she had like the it life. Then she got married towards the end of the season, and now in season two she's in her husband's house. Like, of course she's married and everything, but it so happens to be that, you know, her husband is a very, very abusive man. Any small thing just triggers him. He's always hitting her, beating her, both mentally, you know. Like, she was just going through a lot, and she couldn't tell anybody. I felt, because of the stigma, she felt embarrassed, she felt ashamed. So she was sort of putting up like an appearance online. You see her posting jewelry, like posting on her feed, like, oh, like he spells me, he takes care of me. Behind closed doors, she's actually going through a lot of pain. She's going through a lot of emotional, physical abuse, which was just really, really not it. Because she was like a completely different person to who we knew her to be in season one. But towards the end of season two, she was sort of getting herself back. She was sort of fighting back also against the whole abuse from her husband. Her husband was Sadiq, who was played by Yakubu Mohammed, and of course Badi was played by Norah Ego. So yes, so that aside, with the whole abuse and everything, she's seeking for a divorce. She doesn't want to be part of that sham of a marriage, so she just wants to, you know, get out of it while she still can. with the support of her family, of course. She also did thing where she, put up like a live video, sort of like talk about what she was going through and just let the people be aware, like it's not okay. And the third friend is Hanifa. So Hanifa is this very sweet, very wonderful mom. She's a career woman, of course, due to the husband's financial issues in season one. Now in season two, she's pushing her studies and alongside her architectural dream, trying to be there financially to support her husband. And of course, she's pregnant. But with that all happening, she puts herself through like a lot of unnecessary pressure and stress and trying to just be there for everybody else. Her husband trying to support the family also with her studies and everything, but everything dropping all of that was just going to be a bit taxing for her, but she found a way to make it work. And towards the end of the season, we'll see what happens to her, because I don't want to give spoilers for people that haven't seen it. But Hanifa's character is such a sweet woman, and she was played by Maryam. And her sister even came down to Abuja to serve, and was also there to like support and assist her with things around the house. The next person I'm talking about will be Zena, who was Zizi for short. So Zainab is this police woman. She is sister of Badriya. Had this relationship thing with Naima's brother Kassim in season one, but that did not pan out well because of course Kassim's mom did not stand for it, her being, her aide and all of that. So now in season two, after the death of her grandpa, she resigns from being the minister's aide, and now she's like trying to seek promotion at work and just trying to forge ahead in life essentially. But Kassim is still coming back and trying to see how they can work things out and move forward and get back on track essentially. But she doesn't want that. She doesn't have the energy for that. In the whole process of getting seeking for promotion, she had to undergo this training where she meets Tariq. So Tariq is the new guy, so he's a newly transferred police officer. So they sort of had this chemistry thing going, and he tells her how much he likes her and everything. But feelings here and there for Kassim still lingers, and it just didn't work out, and he had to, he was posted to Port Harcourt for job, for work. And she was also dealing with the fact of having lost her grandpa and, having to sell his place, which she was not ready to do, but she was also able to figure that whole thing out. And yeah, so that's that about Zizi. Then so the last person I'm talking about will be Surrayah. So Surrayah is this Surrayah is a menace in this series. She is a menace. What she did in season one, of course, and with her obsession, love thing for Kassim like reached out to her to come help the hammam because Neyar is recovering and whatnot. But coming to the hammam, she more or less was just pushing her own thing, selling her own product, trying to do her own thing essentially to the detriment of Neyar's business, which was not good. And coupled with the fact that she was also trying to use some charms and whatever potions or whatever it was she was trying to do to make Kassim love her, which was just a lot. But with that aside, she had like a lot of baggage on her own. She was just a very mean, very evil woman, because she was also the one that pushed the whole body's abuse story to the press, which was just another thing. When the mom found out, she felt disappointed and she had to chase her out, because imagine somebody she's also trying to help and take care of is doing this to her own daughter. So yeah, so that is that about it. So I think I've pretty much covered. Okay, yes, so Kassim happens to be Neymar's brother, was played by Caleb Richards. Kassim is a wonderful brother. He's a wonderful son because he has a lot of responsibilities he has to do as the man of the house, and he has to put his feelings aside. He has to show up first for his family, of course. And now there is like an arranged marriage for him to get married to this woman, Maryam. And although there, with his feelings still being there for Zainab, he more or less wasn't that invested or trying to get to know Maryam, with the whole not planning a wedding and pushing a date for the wedding. But with Zainab telling him flat out that nothing is going to happen between them and all of that, so he just trying to give his fiancée Maryam a chance and trying to get to know her. And that Maryam chick is a very sweet, very classy babe, no, like an IT tech chick. And it's also cool, like trying to see him also like explore the opportunities of, you know, trying to also get to know the babe one on one and trying to move past the whole Zena thing and try and plan a wedding or just figure his life out without Zena. Yeah. So Kassim is also a very, very nice character. This series follows the lives of a group of northern women as they navigate ups and downs of, you know, modern life, which includes career, includes friendship, includes romance, includes cultural differences, cultural clashes, you know, how they sort of find the balance, how they sort of navigate and make decisions for themselves. So it's just something we're not used to seeing. It's not something we're familiar with, but it's a very enjoyable movie and also gives us like an insight into what, you know, northern women face, wives with daughters, like things that are not spoken about enough or spoken about a lot. It sort of highlights certain issues and talks about like independent nature of women and issue of abuse, of course, substance abuse, you know, domestic violence, you know, the issue of women working and the whole, of course, the issue of like inter religion marriage in the case of Matthew and Neyar. So like there was even a particular episode in this that you got to understand the depth of, you know, a Muslim getting married to a Christian and impact it would actually be like. It made Neyar like sit down and really think that they won't also be like, it's like she could not just be selfish and be acting on, you know, how she feels right now, that when the dust settles and how things will play out and it's not acceptable essentially. So it would sort of make you understand the depth and the seriousness of certain issues. And yes, it's a very beautiful movie, it's a very beautiful story, and all actors of course acted very, very well. It was produced by Folawewo. I'll put her name. It was directed by Nadine, Ibrahim. Writers are Safia, Asani, Gowon, and Brenda, Garuba, Ogbuka. If you watch season 1, you should definitely check out season 2. And the movie was of course shot in Abuja, well shot. It was also nice seeing them speak Hausa. So yeah, so that's that about season 2 of Behind the Veil. So have you watched it? If you haven't watched it, then you should check it out. It's going to be a different, like it's something different from the norm. It's something you're not used to, and it's something you definitely enjoy watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, like if you enjoyed this video. Also check out my other movie reviews on this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.